And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the Lady Cardinals versus the Berryville Wildcats.
Bobcats.
Brody's been laughing too hard during the break. Anyways, I'll cover for him. He's got to fix his laughing box. Lady Cardinals set to take on the Bobcats. This just in, we need a new scoreboard. We'll be right back. Anyways, while I'm finding a scoreboard, Ori's going to talk to you about our little matchup we got going on.
Yes.
We got the championship game going on for
District
the girls.
Championship.
District Girls Championship. Lady Cardinals versus Lady Bobcats.
Well, again, in my opinion, like this is the matchup I was wanting to see. In my opinion, these are probably the two best teams in the district in this tournament. And I think that's a really good battle, you know. Berryville's got a really nice defense. They got size, they got physicality. But the Cardinals, they got scores from any area. And they also have lots of speed up and down the court that they can get you. Now, Berryville, I don't know their exact record. I know they've lost to Harrison, and the time we played them on the road in Berryville, we lost by a pretty sizable margin. It was like 54-25 or something like that. But in order to prevent that from happening here tonight, in my opinion, the Lady Cardinals will need a good three-point shooting night because, again, just looking at the Pea Ridge game between Pea Ridge and Berryville, Pea Ridge at the time was 23-4, and they turned the Blackhawks. They didn't have many shots inside. They had so much physicality, so much tenacity that they had to shoot from outside, and they didn't do a great job of it. So I think if Farmington wants to have a good night tonight, they will have to, again, hit the threes. And that's not something that the guys have done a great job of, but I think with the Lady Cardinals, they're a little more disciplined, at least with their shot selection. I think they'll take the time to find some open shots. Another thing is, again, with all the size that Berryville has, you'll have to stay physical on the glass, try to get your own rebounds. You know, if you can get your own rebounds, you can create your own shots. And I think if they can rebound the ball at a good rate, it'll be hard. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bobcats out-rebound them, but if they can at least keep that margin close, I think that it might still be a game. And again, this is their third game in 4 days. This is probably my last key here. Third game in 4 days. Fatigue has obviously got to set in as you normally just play 2 games in about 7 days. So with the Cardinals, they need to keep their foot on the gas. But again, don't be surprised if they maybe try to dig deeper into the rotation. With the win tonight, they've set themselves up really nicely next week against Morrison. Even if they lose, they're still set up fairly nicely. But you want to assure yourself a nice matchup in what's a single elimination first round in the Morrilton Regionals. So, again, have a good three-point shooting night. Stay physical on the glass. Keep your foot on the gas despite the fact that fatigue is obviously going to let in with the Lady Cardinals, this being their third game in 4 days. But hopefully they can turn this into a victory tonight, get some revenge on them. What do you think, Dallas?
Oh, go ahead, Dallas.
I was just going to say, earlier we were talking about, you mentioned something about these being two teams, obviously the best two teams in the district. But these are two teams that, in my opinion, will probably go a ways in the tournament in Morrilton, and look for them. They might even make a splash in Magnolia. They're going a ways. I think these are two really talented teams. So you're going to have a lot of back and forth action.
I just want to remind you guys that this is basically our region, our district championship game.
It is. The winner tonight, again, they've set themselves up pretty well in the first round. And again, if you lose, you go home. So you want to win tonight to assure yourself
and if you win
to
this
get a
game,
nice matchup.
it's going to set you up really nicely for seeding in the regionals.
Yes.
And one thing I do want to make note of real quick, our Berryville scoreboard is not working. So to be able to get you guys to score, just bear with us. It's going to say Huntsville, but obviously we're playing Berryville, so don't let that distract you. Nonetheless, the score is still going to be accurate. It's just the team is not going to be because of scoreboard issues.
It's all right. We can work with what we got. Well, with about a minute left before the start of the first quarter, I think we're about to get our starting lineups for the Cardinals since they are the visiting team. And We're about to get those, and we appreciate all our viewers tuning in tonight for your Lady Cardinals.
Featuring Lady Cardinals of Farmington and the Lady Bobcats of Berryville. And now let's introduce the starting lineups first for the district on the scoreboard. The Lady Cardinals.
Now we're going to get your starting lineups for your Lady Cardinals. Coached by the wonderful coach Brad Johnson. Up first, number 4, Madison Pence, guard. Number 14, Alexis Roach. Number 22, McKenna Van Zant. Number 23, Trinity Johnson. And number 23, Joelle Tidwell. Now we're going to go ahead and get your Berryville starting lineups. Number 3, Michaela Hussey. Number 12, Lexi Anderson. Number 20, Kelsey Hopper. Number 24, Bailey Smith. And finally, number 41, Hannah Morrell. And that will be the starting lineups for the Bobcats.
So heading into this game again, I think Coach Johnson said this in an interview a few weeks ago. He pointed out Hopper and Morrell as being two really physical, they got size. They're bigger than any of the players on our team. So again, they're gonna have the paint locked down pretty well. You'll need to have a good 3-point shooting night. But again, don't give either of those two just free shot opportunities. You have to stay physical on defense, not let this get out of hand.
Well, it looks like Alexis Roach is going to take the tip against Morrell. Up is the tip, and the Bobcats are going to get the ball first. Smith is going to give it over to Anderson. Inside to Morrell. And it's going to be off the Cardinals, so it's going to stay in the Bobcats' hands. Morrell with the ball. She's guarded by Roach. She's going to go inside, spin, and get the first points of the night. So the Bobcats are up early 2-0 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the first.
That shows kind of the size advantage that the Bobcats have. So you just have to up the physicality there to get stops like that.
Bobcats are playing some physical defense. Johnson in the corner with the 3, and it's good. Cards up by 1, and that is Trinity Johnson's favorite place on the court to shoot those threes.
Yeah, she really loves those corner balls. That's really where she excels, and if you leave her open like that, it's a guarantee she's going to take that shot.
Smith in the corner, that three's off. Johnson gets the rebound. Up court to Roach. That pass is tipped by Smith, and she's going to get it before it goes out of bounds. And I think they're going to get a foul on Johnson.
Again, on that last offensive possession, don't get too worked up. We're not even a minute in the game, so just slow it down. Don't take those risky cross-court passes if you're not certain it's going to get there in time.
I think one thing the Lady Cardinals are going to have to watch out for is that this Bobcat team's not afraid to be physical, and they don't need to let their physicality get to their head.
Yeah, they're a physical team, and it's not just their two bigs. It's really their whole team that's going to come right at you and try and hit you in the mouth, and really that's what the Lady Cardinals exactly need to do.
Anderson's ball gets stolen. Van Zant's going to try to go inside. No fouls called, so it's going to go back to the Bobcats. It was off Roach's foot, and looks like Berryville is going to take a timeout, and we'll take it with them. This is Farm Cards Live, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, here for the first quarter. It's 6:41. Your Cards are up by 1. The Bobcats will have the ball. Pass it into Morrell. She's going to get it up to Anderson. She's guarded by Pence. Back to Morrell. She's going to have a weird pass over to Anderson. And the Bobcats will go up by 1 here in the first. Almost looked like a behind-the-back pass.
Yeah, it was a little off balance, but it gets the job done nonetheless.
And Anderson will throw the ball off Johnson's side, and it'll go off the Cardinals, so the Bobcats will regain possession. And it looks like Anderson hit a Gatorade bucket over there and made some water hit the ground, so they're going to have to dry that up.
Yeah, you wouldn't like to see that if you were Johnson, but technically still a smart play by Berryville to throw it off her leg.
You do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Looks like it's taken them a second to dry that up. Looks like Hussey will pass it into Morrell. Cards in the full court press. Smith with the ball, guarded by Van Zant. That pass is stolen by Van Zant. She's going to dribble in. Doesn't get the 2 ball. It's rebounded by Hussey. Morrell gets the ball. And that pass is over the head of Smith, so the Cards are going to get the ball back, and Tidwell is going to inbound it to Van Zant.
Yeah, the Cardinals did a good job right there keeping Berryville. They wanted to try and play a fast pace, but a little confusion right there back and forth led to an errant pass. My bad.
Cards moving the ball around. Roach up top, guarded by Smith. In the corner to Johnson. Morrell's got her. Cross-court pass to Pence. Roach tries to drive in on the baseline. Back up top to Johnson. And that pass is stolen by Anderson.
Roach was open there around the free throw line. She might have been the better option there.
And that first shot is off. Morrell's going to get the rebound. And the Cards will be down by 3. And the Bobcats just had the upper hand with their size right there. Morrell with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, it's almost kind of unfair when she can just go in.
They're going to get a foul on Morrell. Sorry to cut you off there, Dallas.
No, you're good. I was just going to say it's kind of almost unfair there when she can just go in like that, almost with little effort, grab the rebound and put it back in.
There's definitely, it feels as if there's some tension emanating from the court. Definitely a high-octane game. Looks like Johnson's going to get that pass. It was a little off the mark. And it looks like Berryville.
Farmington, I think, called the timeout.
Farmington. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. I'm Brody Hill, joined here with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. This is Farm Cards Live, Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the first quarter with 4 minutes and 54 seconds left. Your Cards are down by 3. They have the ball. Tidwell's going to inbound it to Pence. She's guarded by number 10, Compton. Up top to Pence. Johnson's inside, back out to Tidwell. Cross-court pass to Van Zant. Johnson in the corner, guarded by Morrell. And that pass is stolen by Anderson. She's going to go up for the layup. She pump fakes.
Oh, they got her for the walk.
And they're going to get her with the walk.
Great job by Pence getting down there, forcing a tough situation.
She tries to pump fake, and she doesn't plant her feet, so it's going to go the other way.
I think she tried to avoid getting blocked there, and she ended up shuffling her feet. That's a walk.
Tidwell with the ball, guarded by Compton. She's going to go inside. Corner to Johnson with the 3, and it's good. That'll tie it up 6-6 here in the first with 4:18 left.
Not too many things are deadlier on a basketball team than a corner specialist, and Johnson's definitely that.
Compton with the ball, guarded by Johnson. She bumps into Pence, up top to Morrell. Morrell playing real physical.
Number 4.
That foul will be on number 4, Madison Pence. It'll be a blocking foul. It's her first foul. It's a second team foul for your Cardinals. Looks like Anderson's going to inbound it. Tries to get it inside to Hopper. Morrell takes the free throw and gets it. Cards will be down by 2.
Yeah, one thing I think the Lady Cards could be doing slightly better on offense. I've noticed they made a few kind of cross-court passes. And most of the time that's not bad if it's open, but with all this arm span and height that you got on Berryville, yeah, it's dangerous doing that over and over again.
I think one thing about Berryville that makes them so dangerous is they have girls out there my size. And I'm a pretty big guy.
Well, on the roster it lists Morrell, I think, is 6'1".
That's about how tall I am.
But the other day against Pea Ridge, I think Bunsgard was telling me that she's telling me she looked 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, I don't know about
I don't know about
6'4", but I wouldn't call her 6'1".
Definitely tall.
I'd say at least 6'2".
Van Zandt takes the long 3, and it's good. Cardinals will go up by 1 here in the first with 3:25 left. That was a long-range shot by Van Zandt.
And they're going to get Pence for another foul.
That's Pence's second foul. She fouled number 24, Smith.
Are they calling it like a reach?
Culpepper's going to check in.
I think it's a block because when she fell, I don't know necessarily that she had her feet planted.
I don't know.
Which is probably why they got her. It was kind of a bang-bang play right there.
Compton with the ball. She's guarded by Johnson.
Well, right now, Pence is on the bench not to get her into foul trouble, so
Hopper over
to that affects it.
Compton, and they are going to get a foul.
That's 4 now for the Cardinals.
On Culpepper, she just recently checked in for Pence because she's in foul trouble, and the Cards got 4 fouls on the night.
Yeah, she was going in for that pass, but I think she swatted her hand a little bit.
And there's a quick shot by the Bobcats. Takes them up by 1 here late in the first. Tidwell's going to take it across the timeline. Oh, and that pass is off, and it's going to go out of bounds on the Cardinals. So
they got to be more accurate with those passes. I mean, Van Zandt was open, so was Roach kind of boxing out there. You just got to slow it down, just get the accurate pass. That's something both teams haven't done a great job with, is getting the ball down the court via throwing these passes.
Smith back over to Compton. She's up top, guarded by Johnson, inside to Morrell, and she just puts it up over the Cardinals. That'll take the Cardinals down by 3 here in the first.
She's got 8 of their 12 points so far, so it just shows how big of an advantage they see her as and how much incorporated she is into their offense.
Cardinals aren't going to be able to play the same game as the Bobcats. They're going to have to spread it out a little bit more. Mid-range by Van Zandt, and it's in and out. Cardinals would have wished they could have had that one back. Anderson with the ball. Ooh. And that'll be out of bounds on the Bobcats if Morrell can recover it. But it'll be a backcourt.
Good job, though, I guess, going down there and saving it, preventing an easier shot. But, again, passes.
And if she would have just let that go out of bounds. Oh, correction.
Yeah, Berryville was the last one to touch it. Either way, it would have been Lady Cardinals' ball.
Lady Cardinals are going to pass it in from the baseline. Roach is going to pass it out to Johnson. Corner to Tidwell. Doesn't take the 3. Over to Van Zandt. She takes the 3, and it's no good off the back of the rim. Morrell with the rebound. Over to Compton. She's going to drive in, and it's going to go back to the Cardinals. Johnson tips that pass and gives the Cardinals possession. And Berryville's coach is not happy with that play.
Yeah, Lady Cardinal fans wanted a walk on that play, but ends up working out as Berryville commits a self-turnover.
Culpepper with the ball, guarded by Anderson. Over to Tidwell. She drives the baseline, and it's blocked by Morrell. No foul called. Compton's going to take it across the timeline over to Anderson. She's guarded by Culpepper. Morrell, unguarded, drives in and fouls Tidwell, and they're going to get the charge. And that's something Coach Johnson preaches to his girls, is to be able to take that hit and gain the ball back.
And just looking at Morrell's size, that is not the most graceful hit you'll be taking.
Yeah, shout out to Tidwell. I definitely wouldn't want to take that hit. And if I did, I wouldn't be getting up.
Number 34, E-Step's going to check in for Morrell.
They're going to keep some size on the court. I like that.
Roach up top, guarded by Smith.
It appears
inside to Tidwell, back out to Van Zant.
It appears Morrell may be in foul trouble a little. That was their second foul of the night.
Johnson's three is off, rebounded by Hopper. Anderson's going to take it up across the timeline. Over to Compton. Anderson in the corner, guarded by Van Zant. Inside to Hopper. She is going to get blocked by Culpepper, and it looks like the Bobcats may have got a little too cocky right then and tried to go inside, but it's stolen by Anderson out of nowhere. Smith with the ball.
Yeah, I think she got a little too complacent there and just let...
the ball is tipped once again by Culpepper, and the Cards regain possession.
They could tie this or make it a very manageable 1-point deficit if they hold for the last shot.
And they're going to get a foul on Compton. That's her first foul. Not sure what the call was.
I think they got her. I think they said she made contact with their arm. So I heard him say something about an arm, but
supersonic hearing.
Good screen there by Roach.
Yes.
And that pass is tipped by Hopper, but Culpepper gets it right back. Van Zant looks for the long three. Johnson with the corner three. It's no good. Anderson with the rebound. She takes that shot, and it's no good. So at the end of one, your Cardinals are down by 3. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans. Sorry for that black screen right there. I pulled a cord out. That's just how I do things. But anyway, we're back for the second quarter. Your Cards are down by 3. They'll get the ball back, so Tidwell will be inbounding it to Van Zant.
Yeah, definitely a different style of game as opposed to the Berryville game that we played earlier in the year, where they just seemed to do anything they wanted to on offense. Cardinals defense really actually not doing too bad on defense. Really limiting their shots and getting good turnovers.
They're also having a better, you may have already touched on this, but they're having a better shooting night than they did back against Berryville a few weeks ago. Because I think in that game they may have had 25, 26 points.
Yeah.
And overall just an off night, but here they're being more disciplined, taking time to get a shot. And again, they're going to give up some baskets, but if they can answer back, they should be fine.
Gosh. Inside to Culpepper, and she's going to get the and one. Cards are going to have a chance to get a 3-point play. Culpepper's going to go to the line for one shot.
That was a good shot right there by Culpepper with hands in her face by those bigs in the paint.
And she gets that 3-point play, and that'll tie it up here in the second with 7 minutes and 26 seconds left. Anderson tries to go inside.
They're going to get...
And they're going to get Culpepper for a foul, and that's her second, so Kersey's going to check in for Culpepper.
I didn't see what happened on that play. It looked like, I thought they called it on Roach because she was defending the ball carrier, but I think it might have been a off-ball penalty.
That was a good play. Just tipped it basically back to the inbounder, put it up and in.
Johnson looks for the three. She doesn't take it. Kersey in the corner, back up top to Van Zant. Cross-court pass to Johnson in the corner, guarded by Anderson. Cards moving the ball around, looking for a good shot. Van Zant's open, but Roach is going to take the shot, and it's over the rim, so it'll be no good. And Roach gets the pass. She's going to drive in out to Van Zant. Van Zant takes the quick three, and they're going to get her for a walk. She didn't get her feet set for that shot.
It was a good job by Roach kind of bouncing back from the miss, going down court and getting a steal, but just another missed opportunity there with the walk.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. She was open. She probably just got a little too excited right there.
That pass is tipped by Kersey. It was intended for Morrell, and Anderson will inbound it for the Bobcats.
One thing I do like about the Lady Cardinals game so far, seems like every time they make a mistake and they do something, they always bounce back with a really good play.
That pass almost goes out of bounds. Morrell over to Anderson. She takes the three, and it's no good. And I think it's going to go out of bounds on the Cardinals. So it'll go back to the Bobcats, and they'll have a second chance. Inbounded to Smith, over to Morrell at the free throw line. Anderson drives in, and Tidwell almost gets the rebound. Compton in the corner. She's going to go for the three, and it's no good. In and out. Kersey with the rebound.
Great stop. You just have to crash the glass a little sooner.
Bobcats being really physical on both sides of the ball. Up top to Kersey, and I think it's going to go out of bounds on the Bobcats and go back to the Cardinals. Your Cards are down 14-12 with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Roach in the corner, guarded by Anderson. She looks like she might have taken that shot, but hesitates. She's guarded up by Anderson. Cross-court pass to Johnson. Back over to Roach. Kersey in the corner, inside to Roach. Back out to Van Zant. She's going to take the quick three, and it's no good. But it's going to be out of bounds on the Bobcats, so the Cardinals are going to get a second chance.
I'll tell you what, if I hit a dime for every shot that's went in like that and came back out this whole tournament, I'd be retired.
I think it's something with these Harrison rims. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Maybe that's what they were fixing with the nets.
And Anderson makes a crazy play right there, steals the ball, is about to go out of bounds, then throws it off Van Zant's shins. Morrell gets the pass. Cards in a half-court press. Compton goes across the timeline. She's going to pass it up to Morrell. She turns around, goes for the shot, and it's no good. She's pushed by Hopper, and it's going to go the other way. Cards are going to get the ball. Hopper got a little too physical there, down low.
I liked how we defended Morrell on that play. Again, once she gets her back to the basket, she's almost a guaranteed putting it up. And a lot of times she gets it in there. Nice job there trying to defend her. They did well.
I know that there's 5 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the second, but it just feels like it's such a tight game with no time left. Does it just feel that way to you guys? It feels like there's a little urgency.
It almost feels like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like the whole game's the fourth quarter. It's like every
shot by Roach. It's off the front of the rim. Compton gets the rebound.
Every possession really doesn't matter.
Morrell gonna get the layup, and the Bobcats are gonna go up by 4 with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second. Roach up top, guarded by Smith. Over to Tidwell.
Johnson
up top
open.
to Johnson. She's going to take the shot, and it's no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Van Zant. That pass is going to be off Anderson, so it's going to go back to the Cards.
Picking up the Lady Bobcats, number 3, Michaela Hussey, and number 34, Jordan Eastep.
It looks like Jordan Eastep's going to check into the game.
Bobcats got
for the Bobcats.
Paint locked down now. Got to get your three-point shot going because they're not going to make it easy for you now.
Johnson in the corner, back over to Roach. She's guarded by Smith. Tidwell with the mid-range. It's no good, and Anderson gets the physical rebound. She's going to get it up court to Smith, and Smith is going to get the layup, and the Bobcats are up by 6. And it looks like Coach Johnson's going to take a timeout, so we'll take it with him. I'm Brody Hill with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips, and this is Farm Cars Live, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the second quarter. There's about 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Your Cards are down by 6. Your Cards are in possession of the ball. Tidwell's going to inbound it to Van Zant. They have the same squad they have had before the break.
Farmington, I think, just want to talk that one over. They've given up a lot of easy, fast breaks, and I think, again, you'll start to drain your defense whenever you have to immediately run back down the court. I think they just want to take decent shots so they can get back down in time. Look for them to go inside a little more.
Kersey inside. She gets the left-handed layup, and the Cards will take it back down to 4. Cards in a press here. Hussey guarded by Johnson. Bobcat fans wanted a foul on that. Johnson may have been a little bit too physical. Inside to Merrill. In the corner to Smith. She takes the 3, and it's no good. Cards had a hand in her face, and they get the rebound.
Whoa.
And they're going to call a travel on the Cardinals, so it's going to go back to the Bobcats.
I think she rolled over with the ball.
Yeah, I'll be honest, that's not one you see a whole lot, getting a travel while you're sitting down.
I've never seen that one.
She tried to contain the rebound. I've seen it a few times. She tried to get the rebound, I guess rolled over. That's considered a walk.
Hussey with the shot. It's good. Cardinals didn't want that one. No one was guarding her.
They're trying to lock down the paint so much, but they lose sight of what's going on beyond the arc.
I think that was just a missed assignment.
And Johnson with a 3.
Hey, we got that one back.
And I'm looking at the scoreboard. Is that correct? I believe it should be the other way.
No, scoreboard's right.
They're the home team.
Okay. My bad. I had a little brain mishap there.
You had a brain fart there.
Roach with the layup. Cards will be down by 4.
They're staying aggressive, getting down there.
Almost a baseball type pass from Anderson to Hopper right there.
Looks like she's trying out for quarterback right there.
Estep, my bad. Smith is going to get it into Estep at the free throw line. Back to Estep. Inside to Morrell. She's going to try to go up with it.
They're doing a great job.
And they get the rebound. Cards staying physical. Bobcat fans wanted a foul right there. Trinity Johnson goes inside, gets the layup. And Berryville is going to take a timeout, and we're going to take it with them. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the latter half of the second quarter. There's 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. Your Cardinals are down by 2. And the Bobcats have the ball. Hussey's going to inbound it. And it looks like the Cards are going to go into a full court press.
Yeah, and I was talking with Brody about this during the break. The timeout before this one, we had to call it because Berryville was going on a little bit of run. Then they had to call the timeout because we went on a little bit of run. And it ended kind of right there with that shot selection that Berryville took.
Yeah, Estep had that shot selection.
It was
right
a little rough.
there.
She had 3 defenders, or 2 or 3 defenders right there in her way, and kind of shot almost under the basket. And I'll be honest, if you're the Lady Cardinals, just keep letting them take that shots. I'll be happy with that all day. Those very low percentage shots.
Yeah.
2 or 3 people there, hands in her face, ill-advised. If they're doing that over and over again, that's definitely going to help.
Farmington stayed vigilant. They've upped the physicality. They'll need more of that.
Kersey's going to get the steal. She's going to drive in and doesn't get the layup. Tries to get it. Johnson tries to get the steal. Bobcats looking for a foul right there. Anderson's going to drive in, guarded by Cardinals. Back out to Smith. Smith is going to go back out to Hussey. Smith unguarded, and that three's no good off the back of the rim. Kersey gets the rebound.
Again, they're leaving beyond the arc. They're leaving the three-point area open so they can lock down the paint.
And that's going to be out of bounds on the Bobcats, so Cardinals are going to regain possession of the ball.
Berryville's coach is not very happy with that one, understandably. Looked like he tried to save that pass.
About a minute 48 left here in the second quarter. Van Zant with the ball inside to Kersey. Johnson in the corner. Would not be surprised if the Cardinals try to get a three here before the half and get the lead.
If they play their cards right, they'll either be tied or have the lead.
Back inside to Kersey, and she gets the two, so the Cardinals will tie it up. Morell's going to inbound it to Hussey. She's guarded by Johnson.
If I'm the Bobcats, I want a quick possession, get down the court, get a turnover, then
Smith
get down home for the last
unguarded
shot.
Into Hopper. She gets the nice post move, so the Bobcats will go up by two. Van Zant with the ball. She's going to take it across the timeline over to Tidwell. Inside to Kersey. She's going to drive in, get the foul. Bobcat fans not agreeing with that one. And she's going to go to the line for two and try to tie it up here with a minute 2 left here in the second quarter.
Berryville, really, they may not end up getting the last possession here because, again, they'll have a minute left. And I honestly don't think you can hold the ball for a full eighth of a quarter. So,
hey, there is no shot
nice
clock.
math.
I mean,
there,
I understand
theoretically.
that, but they could. But the defense would lock them down. Fatigue sets in. I don't know.
And that first one's good by Kersey, so the Cardinals will be down by one, 25-24 here in the second. And Estep and Compton are going to check in for the Bobcats. Kersey with the second one. It's no good. Estep with the rebound. She's going to give it to Compton.
Farmington needs to stop here to ride in on the half on a high note.
Roach guarding Anderson in the corner to Compton, guarded by Johnson. Up top to Smith. She's unguarded over to Anderson. Not surprised Compton didn't take the three right there over to Anderson, guarded by Van Zant.
They like
Cardinals
Hopper down there.
Man inside to Hopper.
No shot.
No shot. It's going to be a foul on Alexis Roach, but it's still going to be in the Bobcats' hands, which is no free throw. Anderson's going to inbound it up to Hopper. She's going to go up with the ball. It's no good. A pretty long shot for a post move.
Slow it down, get you a nice shot. Go in the half on a lead.
Wouldn't be surprised
That's my goal right now.
if the Cardinals try to set something up here. Maybe look for Johnson over in the corner. Cardinals taking their time. Van Zant's guarded by Compton. Tidwell back over to Van Zant. Johnson's open, but Van Zant doesn't go to her. Kersey gets the mid-range to the Cardinals. They're going to go to half. We'll go into the half with the lead up 26-25. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with about 3 minutes left in halftime and give you guys a little recap. I'm here with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, with about 2 minutes before the start of the second half. Your Cards are up by 1, the score 26-25. And I think Dallas and Ori are going to give you guys a little rundown of what just happened. Take it away, Dallas.
Hey, I just want to say, if you're watching the first half, you've got to be entertained. I think if you're not excited by this game, I would argue that you're either A, you're not watching the game then, or B, you're blind. Because this game has been like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going too far if I say this has been like this game, I don't know. It's giving me the chills. I'm getting tense. This game is, yeah, if you could, hey, Miss Bunsgard is over here. She'll vouch for you. The first game, you know, let's just be real. It was rough. But you compare that to this game, what's at stake, what's at the line, the district championships. Last year, hey, they're defending district champions. Last year, we walked out of our building champions. They're looking to go repeat. They want another one. And I think this has been a stellar game. I think it's only going to get better from here. And I don't know. I think this is my favorite game of the year so far.
Now,
it's just been so great.
I hate to play the downer, the party pooper, the devil's advocate. But the boys' team was ahead by 1 point as well at half in their game today. Farmington,
Right.
if they want to come out with the win here, they'll need to play even better than the first half. They'll need to stay physical. They'll need to give up tough shot opportunities. If you can get low percentage shots to Berryville, even if that means giving up a three-pointer every now and then, I think, you're in a good spot.
Right.
Now, they'll need to stay aggressive, stay doing what they're doing, hitting those threes. Corner, Trinity Johnson's done a great job so far. Van Zant's done well. We see some other good shots. But, again, stay out of foul trouble. Berryville does a great job of getting to the line. And at the same time, you want to have a great physical game and have a good shooting night.
Well, this is good. We're going to go ahead and start off the third quarter. Looks like Hussey's going to inbound it to Smith. Your Cards are up by 1.
If you haven't already, folks, grab your popcorn because you got one more half of two very well-coached teams and very talented teams coming up right here.
And the referees are going to call something. Foul on Alexis Roach. That's her first.
That's her second tonight.
Oh. And that pass will be stolen by Roach. She's going to go in for the rebound, and it's good. So the Cardinals are going to go up by 3.
Great job getting down the court. She's had a great hustle all these 3 games. And, again, it's impressive considering that we played 3 games in 4 days. And she still keeps her foot on the gas.
Tidwell's going to inbound it to Van Zant. She's going to get it up to Roach. Roach is going to do a step, but she's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2.
Lady Cardinals look like they came out with a fire underneath them, and I can respect that. I know Coach Johnson, probably king of the halftime talks, whether you're up by 50 or you're down by 50, you're going to hear Coach Johnson. He's going to tell you what you need to fix. He's going to tell you exactly how you need to do it. And I think he's one of the best at it.
Roach sinks the first one. And here comes her second one. She goes 2 for 2 and some much-needed points from the Cardinals. They'll be up by 3 with 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in the third. What you got, Ori?
Great job getting to the line there. I mean, Berryville in the first half, they did a great job kind of crossing that thin line, keeping in there, playing physical without Farmington drawing fouls. That time, though, they had a misstep. Did a great job bouncing off
will
that.
Spin, go into Hopper, and Hopper gets the 2-point bucket. Bobcats will be down by 1. Pass to Tidwell. She's going to go out to Pence. Pence takes the quick 3, and it's good. Cardinals will go up by 4, 33-29 here in the third. Anderson's got the ball, guarded by Pence. She's going to give it to Morrell. Morrell over to Smith in the corner, inside to Hopper. Anderson with the 3, and it's right back at the Cardinals, and the Bobcats will be down by 1. Tidwell going to take it across the timeline, give it over to Van Zant, guarded by Hussey. Johnson in the corner. Pence back over to Van Zant, inside to Roach. Pence in the corner takes the 3, and it's good. Back-to-back threes from the Cardinals. The Cardinals will go up by 4. Here is 6 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the third.
And if you count out the shot that Roach got fouled on, they haven't missed a shot this half, I don't believe.
Nope. And Hussey will take the three, and it's no good. So chance for the Cardinals to get a lead, a big lead here. Inside to Roach. Nice passing by the Cardinals, and the Cardinals will be up.
Berryville takes a timeout.
By 6. So the Berryville's going to take a timeout, and we're going to take it with them. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the third quarter. Your Cardinals are up by 6 with 5 minutes and 56 seconds left. Bobcats are going to have the ball. They took a timeout. Game was getting a little too fast for them.
Yeah,
you guys got anything?
They let Farmington, Farmington entered the half ahead, but already they've outscored them by 7 in 2 minutes. So smart move by Berryville, talking it over, just kind of bringing that fire back into your offense. They just got to slow it down again, try to get it inside to your bigger players.
Hussey's going to inbound it to Morrell. Morrell over to Anderson. Cards playing a little bit of a press. Smith is going to take it across the timeline. She's going to get it to Morrell. Inside to Hopper, and she gets the 2-point bucket. That'll take the score to 34-38. Cards up by 4. Inside to Roach, back out to Van Zant. She takes the 3, and it's good. Cardinals are up 41-34 here in the third with about 5 minutes and 22 seconds left. Hussey with the ball. Anderson inside to Morrell. She's guarded by Tidwell. Puts the shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Tidwell. And looks like Hopper is going to get a foul. Push Van Zandt over, and the Cards are going to retain possession.
Morrell had, I don't know how much she had in the first quarter, but right now she sits with 10. I think that's about what she had in the first 8 or 9 minutes of the game. They've really locked her down so far since then.
Van Zandt with the ball. She's guarded by Hussey. In the corner to Johnson. Back up top to Van Zandt. She's going to drive inside in the corner to Pence. Tidwell on the baseline. Back out to Pence. She takes the 3, and it's no good. Cards up 41-34.
Yeah, that was their first real miss of the half.
Morrell inside to Hopper, and they don't call the charge, but the Cardinals get the rebound. Van Zandt with the ball. She's going to take it across the timeline, guarded by Hussey. Pence with the ball. She's going to go across court to Johnson, back to Pence, and she's going to look for the 3, but she hesitates.
I think she probably could have taken that one, but something, I don't know, I guess she didn't want it.
Back over to Roach up top, guarded by Smith. Pence is open in the corner. Van Zandt with a long 3, and it's no good off the front of the rim.
That's got to be a
jump ball.
And that's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are going to get another chance to score some points. And I saw some Bobcat fans standing up, not too happy with that call.
Credit to Roach right there. Was basically leaning backwards, fighting for that one.
And a 2 attempt by Tidwell. It's no good. Anderson's going to walk the ball up. Pence is going to get the foul.
That's, I think, her third of the night.
That'll be her third foul.
They haven't updated the scoreboard in a while, but they just said.
Hopper up top over to Hussey, guarded by Johnson. Over to Hopper. She's going to get it inside to Morrell. And they're going to say it was off the Cardinals, so it's going to go back to the Bobcats.
She's doing a great job staying aggressive. I mean, Morel's trying to box her out, but she's staying with her. And that time they try to get it down to her, she tips it. Great job there.
Culpepper is going to check in for Madison Pence. She has 3 fouls, so you don't want to get her in foul trouble. Anderson's going to inbound the ball to Smith. Smith's going to dribble around the screen, get it to Anderson in the corner. Compton at the 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Culpepper. Tidwell gets it.
I think that's
They're going to say it's
Berryville,
out of bounds on Tidwell, so it's going to go back to the Bobcats.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, a little bit of a skirmish right there for the ball. I thought for a second it might have been off of one of the Berryville players' foot, but
I think Tidwell, right as it was going out, I think she got a hand on it.
Scores 34-41. Up top to Compton. She's guarded by Johnson. Stolen by Van Zandt. She's going to drive in, get the pass to Johnson, and that's no good. Compton's going to get the rebound. Bobcat fans wanted to walk.
Man,
inside to Merrill. Blocked by Tidwell. Not necessarily a bad foul. Keeps the Bobcats from getting 2 points to send Morrell to the free throw line. A little bit more pressure.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to be aggressive. I mean, if I'm Coach Johnson, I'd rather you take that shot and get fouled than letting them just walk in there into the paint and come away with easy, too.
Morrell take the first one. It's no good.
2 Bobcats back deep to prevent a fast break. I like that.
Honestly, not a bad thing to foul their big player. Might have a little bit harder time on the free throw line. Tidwell's going to take it across the timeline, back over to Van Zandt. She's guarded by Compton. Bobcats in a zone. Tidwell in the corner, cross-court pass to Johnson. Almost stolen by Smith. Bobcats are playing some physical defense. And they're going to get the and one, so Roach has a chance to go in for a three-point play, and she's going to go to the line for one shot.
Good job of the Lady Cardinals taking advantage. After that tip pass, they were a man down. And then after that, it looked like one of their bigs kind of leaned over and almost fell over. And they used that opportunity to get into the paint.
Farmington's now up by double digits. Berryville, they need to get something going, and I think if you get some more stops on Farmington's end, go down there and hit some more baskets, Berryville's going to start having to shoot some threes, which then you can loosen up your defense.
On the looks of Berryville's faces, they're definitely not used to being down by this deficit. And they're going to get a foul on Tidwell, and Anderson's going to go to the line for 2.
Well, if Berryville wants back in this game, this may be where it starts.
Anderson going to take her first shot. It's no good. Bobcats been a little off at the free throw line this second half. Anderson about to take her second free throw. She's 0 for 1. And that one's no good, so she's 0 for 2 at the line. Cards up by 10. Bobcats would like to have those.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it gets to the end of the game.
Anderson steals the ball. It's a fast break situation here. Roach going to guard her. She's going to block it. Kersey gets the rebound.
Yeah, great block right there. Being aggressive and avoids the foul. That's a really nice play right there by the Lady Cardinals.
Van Zandt guarded by Compton. Up top to Kersey, over to Culpepper. She's guarded by Hopper. Cardinals moving the ball around. Back to Van Zandt. She takes the 3, and it's good. Cardinals go up 47-34, and the Bobcats were not expecting this.
13-point game.
Coach Johnson's looking awfully fired up right there, and I would be too if I were him.
Over to Anderson. She's guarded by Roach. She goes inside for the mid-range, and it's off the back of the rim. Morrell gets the rebound. She does a spinning action, and she gets the foul, so she's going to go to the line. And she's been a little off on the free throw line, so not necessarily a bad foul on the Cardinals' part. Let's see if she can get the misses here.
Culpepper, that's going to be her third foul of the game. I think she joins Pence with 3.
Morrell with her first one. That one's good. Take the score to 35-42. The Cards are up by 12 with 1 minute and 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Morrell with their second one. That one's good. So she goes 2 for 2 on the line. My bad. Not the best of fractions. Sorry for getting me there, Dallas. And Van Zant's going to walk the ball up across the timeline, guarded by Compton.
Roach opening the post.
Inside to Kersey. Ball's tipped. The Cardinals regain it. Bobcats playing some physical D. Van Zant with another deep three, and it's no good. Van Zant's been on fire tonight. That's one of her first misses.
Again, Berryville, they're not in panic mode yet, I wouldn't say, but they need to get something going on offense.
Score pass to Compton. Morrell does a spin. It's no good. Kersey gets the rebound. Just not very good shot selection by the Bobcats. And Van Zant's going to walk the ball up.
Farmington, they just need to slow it down. I wouldn't say 2 o'clock because, again, you got another 8 minutes after this. But, again, take your time, find the right shots, and you'll maintain this lead. That's what Huntsville did really well against us, found the right shots. That's what Farmington needs to do now.
Kersey drives in, gets the left-handed layup, and it's good. And Coach Johnson is fired up about that one. There's about 25 seconds left here in the third, and your Cardinals are up 49-36. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bobcats, they're going to drive in, and they're going to get the and one. So Anderson has a chance to make it a 3-point play at the line.
I was a little skeptical on why they kind of tried to drive in there, but I'm not going to question it now that they managed to draw the foul. They could make this a 10-point game.
They always say hindsight's 20/20.
Cards down, up by 11, gets that shot, ties it up. Cards are only up by 10. I may or may not have said the Cards were down by 10. I'll correct that.
Hey, excitement of the game takes over the brain.
Farmington going to hold for the last shot.
Van Zant gets the screen by Culpepper. He's going to give it to Johnson. They wanted to get the three, and it's tipped by Morrell, so it's going to go back to the Cardinals with about 3.3 seconds left here in the third. Cards up by 10.
Quick release here.
I miscalled it the wrong thing in one of the earlier games when Coach Johnson would hold up to 3. It's actually the E. Shout out to Brian Dean.
Inside to Roach. He takes the mid-range. It's no good, but Cardinals get the rebound. And that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break and come back for the start of the fourth. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the start of the fourth quarter. Your Cardinals are up by 10, 49-39. And real quick, before we get in the fourth quarter, we'd just like to thank everyone for watching.
All 110 plus if we get more.
Hey, make sure you go tell people this game is a good game and tell them to tune in to Farm Cards Live on YouTube. So
every one of you viewers, this is why we broadcast. It's to show this awesome Lady Cardinal basketball game and other mini games to you respectable fans.
We'll be there next week against Morrilton too. So
Bobcats will inbound the ball to Anderson. She's guarded by Pence. Over to Compton. Inside to Morrell, and they're going to get a foul on Tidwell.
That's number 7. They're in the bonus, I think, already.
Yeah, they're in the single bonus.
Or
correction, that foul will be on Alexis Roach, and she's going to check out.
Yeah,
she's going to check in.
Alexis is down to 4. So while they do have a 10-point lead, if I'm Coach Johnson, I'm probably saving her for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Cards
would hate to foul her out.
Need to watch out
a little less
and not get into foul trouble. The Bobcats are in the bonus.
Roach has been a key component on their defense. She's been probably the main person that has stopped Morrell there. But again, you have 7 fouls. You're already in the bonus. and we just started the fourth quarter. So that is something to be leery of, and obviously you don't want one of your better defensive players in foul trouble. So
Pence is going to take the three, and it's no good off the front of the rim, but Van Zant's going to get the quick rebound. Tidwell inside, drives in, gets the foul, so she's going to go to the line for two.
Doing a great job drawing the fouls right now. Again, I said this earlier, but Berryville, they kind of tote that little line between physical ball without drawing fouls. But right there, again, Farmington's done a better job getting to the line.
Bobcats didn't like that call, but Tidwell's going to drain the first one. Score 50-39, Cards up. Tidwell with the second one, it's good, so she drains both of them. Cards up 51-39 with 7 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the fourth. Anderson goes inside, spins, gets the foul on Tidwell. So she's going to go to the line for two, and the Cards really need to watch out. They have 8 fouls altogether on the board tonight.
That'll be number 3 for Tidwell. Right now, her and Pence have 3, Culpepper's at 3, and of course, Roach is sitting on the bench with 4.
First shot by Anderson's good. He's 40-51. Anderson with the second one. It's no good off the back of the rim, rebounded by Pence.
Berryville just hasn't had a great day from the line so far. That's one reason why they're down 11 right now in the fourth quarter.
Huntsville didn't have a great day from the line either, but what's the difference between these two teams is that Huntsville all around had a great shooting night, and they also had presence from beyond the arc.
Right.
Berryville doesn't really have that. Outside of the first quarter, they've been kind of ice cold.
And a great Euro step by Corey Kersey, and she gets the layup. Cards will go up by 13.
Again, Berryville, they need to make some defensive stops. They've allowed a lot of inside points, something they don't normally do.
And that's a bread and butter play for the Bobcats with that spin post move for the 2-bucket. Pence with the ball. Back over to Van Zant. She's guarded by Compton. Pence guarded by Hopper over in the wing. Cards passing the ball around. Back to the corner to Pence. Johnson back up top, guarded by Compton. She's going to drive in. And they're going to get the Bobcats with a foul.
Non-shooting foul, so
a foul will be on Compton. That'll be the Bobcats' 5th team foul tonight.
Right now we're sitting at 5 fouls. Berryville's sitting, we're sitting at 8. Berryville's sitting at 5.
I think that's number 6, though, for Berryville. One thing that is worth noting is that Morrell does have 3 fouls. And right now, I think Hopper's got 4.
Yeah, they're in a slight bit of foul trouble, but with their deficit, they're probably not too concerned with that. Right now, they've got to keep their best players in.
Farmington's forced their hand. That is number 4.
And that's going to be number 4 for Morrell. She's going to get a foul right there. And it's going to send the Cardinals into the bonus. Tidwell will be at the line. And that'll be the 7th team foul for the Cardinals.
Again, now Farmington's in the bonus. Berryville, they have to you have to play physical now that you're losing by double digits. But again, you have to be careful because you don't want your 2 best offensive scorers going out with 6 minutes left, 5 minutes left even. You need them there. Even if you have to go outside, they can still separate the floor for you.
Anderson with the ball. She's guarded by Pence. She's going to go inside, back out to Smith. Morrell with the ball. Inside to Hopper. She's going to try to drive in. Stolen by Johnson. So Van Zant's going to get a fast break to Kersey. And she's going to get fouled by Smith.
That's only her second, so.
And the Cards are in the bonus, so that'll send Kersey to the line.
It's not like you had fouls to give, but I guess that's not the worst player that you would have committing them to.
And it seems like not even a whole minute ago, it was 4-8, and we were leading with the fouls. And now it's tied up at 8.
Kersey missed that first one, correct?
Yes.
She misses that one.
It was a 1-and-1, so.
Compton with the ball. She's guarded by Johnson. Hopper at the free throw line.
She had a free throw line shot, and I guess elected not to take it. They're probably looking for a 3.
Compton, she's going to take the 3 with a hand in her face, and it's good.
Take it to single digits.
So the Cards will only be up by 9 here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left.
Cardinals don't need to panic. That's still a good 3 or 4 possession game that they're up by.
So to make sure
Pence open in the corner.
But Kersey, with the wizardry down low, gets the 2-point bucket, and that'll take the score to 56-45 with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Kersey's kind of quietly had a really solid game. Some really clutch layups in there in the paint. It's kind of crafty, too.
Yeah, Kersey's got 13 points on the night. And
they're going to get her for the foul there.
McKenna Van Zant's going to get the foul, so Hopper's going to go to the line. Here goes the first shot. It's no good off the back of the rim. She didn't like that one. She's got one more. Takes the second one, and they're both off. So Van Zant gets the rebound, and Coach Johnson's going to tell the girls to slow it down a little bit.
You need to, again, milk the clock. There's 5 minutes left, and if you do that, then you'll be sitting in a really good spot.
Right.
Limit their possessions.
Right now you're making them feel the pressure of the score and the clock.
Cardinals passing it around, back and forth.
If Farmington can close this out, it'd be a really big win for the team. They would have taken out one of, if not the best team in the state.
Steal by Anderson. It feels like there's been steals like that all night. She's going to drive inside, but take it back out to the corner, over to Compton. She's going to take the shot, and it's no good off the back of the rim. And they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Cardinals.
Yeah, Kersey came down with the rebound, but kind of spun right in there into the Berryville territory.
Inbounded to Van Zant. She's going to get it to Johnson, over to Pence. Fast break. Kersey's inside. She gets the layup, and the Cards are going to go up 58-45 with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Right now, Farmington in the driver's seat. They just got to close it out, play stout defense, milk the clock, and they're your district champions.
Hey, I'll quote it again. Coach Sutton once said, you got to put the nail in the coffin later in the game. That foul will be on Tori Kersey, so it'll send Morrell to the line. Morrell hasn't had much luck on the free throw line tonight, so let's see if she can get these.
With 10 fouls now, Berryville is in the double bonus, so the rest are going to be 2 shots. She makes the first one. That'll take it to 58-46.
The only thing is you can't put in your best free throw shooters if it sacrifices the type of speed and skill on the field.
Van Zant gets that rebound, and Anderson gets it back, so she's going to go up. No foul. Van Zant blocks it. Back out to Smith. She's going to try to drive in, but Hopper gets in her way.
Berryville crowd wants them to speed things up. They got to get some shots off.
And the call is, I think, it's going to be on Tori Kersey.
Yeah, Lady Cardinals kind of have Berryville right now looking like deer in the headlights, just kind of lost. Not really sure what to do, and they can't decide on a good shot.
Seems like they've been stuck down on Berryville's side of the court for quite some time now. Morrell with the first free throw, it's good. Score is 58-47 here in the fourth with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left. Culpepper checks in for Kersey. Morrell with the second one, it's good. She drains both of those. She's 2 for 2. Cards only up by 10. Bobcats are going to go into a press. Tidwell with the ball. Going to get it to Pence. She looks for the three. She hesitates. Van Zant with the ball over to Johnson. Back over to Van Zant. She's guarded by Compton. Back over to Johnson. Van Zant and Johnson just passing the ball in between each other right now, trying to run some clock off.
Pence in the corner.
Over to Pence in the corner. She's going to take the three, and it's no good off the back half of the rim. And they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a jump ball.
Jump ball.
But it's going to go to the Bobcats. But I think the Bobcat fans want a little bit different foul right there on that play.
That Berryville crowd's starting to really get riled up here. They don't appreciate that call.
Culpepper tries to get the steal from Morrell. Van Zant's coming in hot. Back over to Compton. Compton's guarded by Johnson. Inside to Hopper. Hopper's going to go back out to Morrell, and they're going to get it for a walk. So it's going to go back to the Cardinals. With 3 minutes left here in the fourth, Cards are up by 10.
That may have been one of Berryville's last shots here to get something going, but again, get called for a walk.
Yeah, Lady Cardinals really being the enforcers right here on offense and defense.
I don't think anyone really realizes how big of a call that was right then.
Yeah, because if they get the shot there, if they get a 2, it's an 8-point game. If they get a 3, it's a 7-point game. And 7's fairly manageable.
The Bobcats are going to get the ball back, and they're going to call a jump ball. And I believe it's going to go back to the Cardinals. And the Berryville side of the court is not happy about things right now. And the coach is getting told to go back to the sideline, getting a little rowdy. And I think Coach Johnson's going to call a timeout. And we're going to keep it right here.
Some of the crowd,
it's getting really loud in here.
At least on this side. And we're on the Berryville side. So.
Here in Harrison. Berryville coach is having a talk with the referees, trying to see what happened right there. He's obviously not very happy about that.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion going on right there. But like we've mentioned a couple times, some of those plays are just bang, bang. It happens so quick. Sometimes it's just hard to see. I can understand his frustration, but at the same time, that's how it is sometimes. We'll take a quick break right now. You've been watching Farm Card Sports Network. We'll be back in just a short bit.
And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the later half of the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left. Your Cardinals are up by 10 on Berryville. Had a jump call before the break, and the Cardinals are going to have the ball, so they're going to inbound it.
Some Berryville fans, they weren't happy with that last call. Even after we went to break, they were still yelling.
Tidwell's going to get it into Culpepper. Bobcats playing some physical defense. Over to Johnson. She's wide open. She's not going to take the 3.
Smart move. Hold on to the ball. Limit their possession.
She's going to fall down. And Berryville wants a call. And I'm trying to see what they're going to call right here.
I think they're going to call a blocking foul.
I think Berryville's going to go to the line.
Double bonus, so they'll get 2 shots. If they can get these...
It's still a game.
It is still a game. If they don't, Farmington, they can knock this thing down to 2 minutes if they wanted to. And they'll really force Berryville's hand, have them foul.
Compton with the first one. It's no good. Score still 48-58.
Roach back in the game.
Roach is going to... Who'd she check in? I think she checked in for Johnson. Compton's going to shoot her second one. And that's good, so she goes 1 for 1. Bobcats only down by 9. And they're going to get a foul on Compton, so that is going to send the Cardinals to the line.
That's her 4th.
Yeah.
They got 3 players on the court right now with 4 fouls. I mean, we got 3 on the court right now with 3, but it's not as dire of a situation with 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, we're only in the single bonus right now, but if Berryville gets another foul, we'll be in double bonus.
Van Zant's going to inbound the ball. She's going to get it to Roach. She's going to get back to Van Zant in the corner. She's guarded by Hopper. Van Zant doesn't know where to go with the ball. Bobcats playing some good defense. Back out to Van Zant. Culpepper's open in the corner. But they're going to get the foul on number 12, Anderson, so that's going to send the Cards to the line with some much-needed free throws.
That's only her second, but now they are in the double bonus, so anything that happens now, it's 2 free throws.
Van Zant hits the first one. Cards go back up by 10.
Yeah, Berryville running out of opportunities right here to make something happen.
And Van Zant gets both of them, so the Cards will go up by 11. 60-49 with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the fourth.
If I'm Berryville, I don't want to advocate exactly taking your 2 best players out in Hopper and Morrell, but you want your 3-point shooters in the game. Shooting 2s isn't going to cut it, so if they get the ball back right here, they got to
wanted
bounce
that
out.
putback, but she doesn't get it. And the Cards are going to get the foul, and they're going to walk all the way down to their side of the court and shoot some free throws. Both teams in the double bonus right now.
You talk about nail in the coffin. If they hit both right here, I think that just might well be the case.
Yeah, I think right now it's just a case of too little, too late. Berryville's got too many fouls. Even if it were to somehow go back into overtime, they wouldn't be sitting very pretty. They'd have to play a lot of their backups.
Tidwell with the first one. She hits it. Cards go up by 12.
Berryville, as soon as they get the ball, they need to get down the court and shoot a three. Dumping it inside is not going to do anything at this point.
Tidwell goes 2 for 2, so the score is 62-49 with 1:57 left. Anderson's got the ball. She's guarded by Roach. She's going to drive inside for the two. It's no good. Morrell gets the rebound in the putback, but she doesn't get it. And they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go to the
Possession
Bobcats.
arrow leans Bobcats, yeah.
Playing real physical down inside tonight.
That physicality, though, again, in the first half, you didn't really notice it. In the second, it did kind of cost the Bobcats, again, 10 fouls.
Smith drives down the baseline, guarded by Van Zant. Airballs the two ball, and Van Zant gets the rebound. Playing real physical right now. Smith with the three, and it's good. Berryville really wants that one, and it looks like the Berryville Bobcats are going to take a quick timeout, so we'll take it with them. I'm Brody Hill with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. This is Farm Cards Live, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the fourth quarter. There's 1:35 left. Your Cards are up by 10. And it looks like the Cards are going to have the ball. Tidwell's going to inbound it.
Cards need to get some speed on the court. I think they have it. Berryville's going to look to foul, I think, and quickly if they want to stay in it.
Van Zant with the ball. She's getting heavily guarded over to Tidwell. Roach in the corner, inside to Pence, back out to Tidwell.
Good job bouncing the ball out.
Yeah, really good court vision right here.
And Smith is basically holding Van Zant down. And it looks like Cards are going to draw the foul. They're going to go to the line.
Again, I don't know why they took so long to foul, because the only way you get the ball back is with missed free throws. The only way you have a chance is with missed free throws. So, again, I don't know why they took about 20 seconds to foul.
Van Zant hits the first one. Cards go up by 11. With about 1:18 left here in the fourth.
Berryville, again, they need to get down the court quickly, get a three.
Eliza Ball is going to check in for Alexis Roach. Pence with the second one. It's no good. In and out. Morrell gets the rebound. Anderson with the ball. She's going to drive in. I could have seen them call a walk, but they're going to get the foul called, so Anderson's going to head to the line.
Who's that on?
It was on Eliza Ball. She just checked in for Roach.
I think that's her first. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the first times she's been out here tonight. And Anderson gets the first one. Take
Roach
it
back
down to 10. Roach checks back in for Eliza Ball. Anderson's about to take her second free throw. And it is good. So Cards only up by 9 here in the fourth.
Only is a strong word.
Van Zant drives down. Roach on the wing. She gets fouled by Smith. And the Cardinals are going to go to the line.
Under a minute now, only 58.7 left on the clock.
That's number 4 for her.
Looks like right now, Berryville's biggest enemy is the clock.
Yeah.
It's been their enemy. I mean, Farmington's done a great job of holding on to the ball these last few minutes.
First one's no good by Roach. Scores 63-54 with about a minute left.
Even if they miss it here again, Cardinals don't need to be worried. They're still up by almost 10. the entire game will be dictated on whether or not they make their free throws from here on out.
And ball checks back in for Roach. And Anderson's going to take the ball down the court. She's going to drive inside to Hopper. Great pass. And going to go to the line for some shots. Hopper at the line. About 52.6 seconds left here in the fourth. Cards up by 10.
That one will be on Van Zandt. That's her third of the night.
Morrell's going to go out of the game, so I think that either they want speed on the court or they've given up. I don't really know, but we'll find out in 52.6 seconds.
Hopper at the line. She's going to take her second shot. Scores now 64 to 56.
Berryville
going to
needs
have
a turnover.
Foul.
Yep. They can't get a turnover on an inbounds. They have no choice.
But if Van Zandt gets these free throws, it's going to make
just think, heading into this tournament, Farmington knew they'd have a tough test against Harrison. After the first quarter, they were down by 13 points, and it looked like it wasn't going to go well. But now they're 51 seconds away from clinching a #1 seed in the Morrilton Regional next week and winning this district tournament. Are we going to have a trophy presentation for that by any chance?
Dallas told
me
so. So we will not go off air for that.
Don't hold me to it.
Stay here if there is.
Don't hold me to it. I might be wrong, but
well, better safe than sorry. So we'll stay put.
Hey, we got plenty of good things to talk about right now.
Van Zandt hit the first one. She's got one more. She takes it, and it's good. Cards up by 10 now with 51.1 seconds left in the fourth. Anderson with the ball. She's guarded by Eliza Ball.
Is the only way they can
Smith
really make
takes the shot. It's no good.
Who'd they get for that?
They're going to get Merrill with a foul.
That's it. She's
That's
done.
it for Merrill.
She gone.
Morrell. No, they're going to get the foul on Pitts, and Morrell's going to go to the line. We spoke too soon there, guys.
She pointed
hold the celebration.
She pointed towards Merrill, but I guess they ended up calling it against it. Have the foul happen against her.
The first
Morrell kind of had a little bit of a shrug or a look on her face. It was like, oh well, that's it. But looks can be deceiving.
Johnson is going to check back in. Morrell's got one more. Chance to make this an 8-point game, and she gets it.
You need a turnover on an inbound, or else, again, you'll be stuck at the line.
They got a foul. I don't know why they're not fouling.
Missed free throws. That's the only way that Berryville can get back in this. We'll see if she can convert here.
Berryville's going to have to put some pressure on them. I mean, I don't see why their crowd couldn't get up and make it a little loud in here.
I mean, Berryville, I think they have us outnumbered in crowd size. It's just they haven't been the loudest crowd. They weren't as loud as when we were in Berryville. Now, again, that's because we were in Berryville. But, again, they haven't been in it as much. And I think Farmington's done a great job silencing
them. First one makes the score 67-58 with about 38.4 seconds left here in the fourth. I think if she hits these, unless there's a miracle, these should the nail on the coffin.
You have to think, especially if she hits this one, that might be the icing on the cake.
And she hits both of them, so the score will be 68-58.
Need a
38 seconds
again.
left. Anderson's going to take the ball down, not too fast, not a lot of urgency, it feels like. Smith with the ball. She's guarded by Pitts.
Got to get a shot.
Over in the corner to Anderson. Inside, stolen by Johnson, and that should be it.
It's questionable enough to go inside with such little time left.
And they're not even.
It didn't work out for them. They're not going to foul him. I think
looks
they're just
like that's going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Farmington District Tournament champs.
Card's going to win by 10 here at Harrison Goblin Arena. Such a big win for the Cardinals tonight. They beat Harrison on Thursday. Harrison beat Berryville, and Farmington lost to Berryville earlier in the year. And Cardinals come out in this tournament and do a wonderful job.
Again, they did a great job getting revenge on two teams they had lost to and probably weren't favored to beat. Harrison, a great team. Berryville, a great team. I think tonight you had the two best teams in the district, and Farmington really proved their worth.
And I don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to have a trophy ceremony. Oh, yes, we are. I spoke too soon. I see it down there. Dallas got me right
Never doubt.
So go ahead and stay for that.
One of the things I love, and you can't necessarily see it if you're at home watching, but just everywhere. Cardinal fans came out. If you look, especially over on the opposing side, the visitors' side, a lot of fans here, a lot of Cardinal presence felt here tonight, which really helps, and it's really nice.
Bobcats are going to receive the district runner-up plaque.
Again, if you look on their faces, like this isn't what they expected. Berryville, again, was favored to win this tournament. But again, great job by them still, but we'll see what they do.
And I think Berryville was honestly looking to come in and just manhandle Farmington, but that obviously didn't happen tonight. It's the other way around.
They've shown that they'll compete. They'll compete in Morrilton, and they'll compete in Magnolia. They'll contend to go get a trip to Hot Springs.
Yeah, no disrespect to Berryville. This is a team that they'll probably go pretty far in the tournament as well. So definitely, I don't know what the chances are for a rematch, but we'll see.
I can see it.
It could happen, and it's going to be even more heated than this one.
Anyways, guys, this is Farm Cards Live Sports Network. I'm here with Dallas Walker, Ori Phillips. It's been a great week here for district tournament, and we'll be back next week on Wednesday, I presume, for the guys in Morrilton. You guys have a nice night.
Go Cardinals.